Alright, everyone, welcome to the first episode of my unnamed podcast talk show. Where I'm going to be, basically just. It's going to change from between stuff eventually, but starting out, it's just going to be talking about, video games, what to know about them, you know, recommendations, stuff like that. What I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I think overall, and eventually, we'll do like anime talking, stuff like that. So today, I decided we're going to do League of Legends. Now, that is why I'm listening to this in the background. So, in 2014, 2013, I believe, is when they started doing it. Riot Games hired a band called Pentakill. Pentakill made League of Legends music. They made their albums for it for a couple of years, and they are the band I like the most out of all of the Riot bands that they had. So I'm going to be listening to Pentakill while we do this. Now I do have recordings. I didn't go through them like I had wanted to. Hello everyone. That's not the right one. Alright, so League of Legends. The brief overview of League of Legends would be that it is a MOBA game. If you do not know what a MOBA game is, well, it's like Dota. Dota is a MOBA. There are currently 147 champions, I believe. Alright, well, we'll see if we can get a question. If you have questions and stuff, save them. I'll answer them for you later on. So, you got your 100 and whatever many champions. I said there was like 147 or something like that. I don't remember anymore. Each one has a different role. I'm just choosing one for the sake of explaining more about, what you need to know in the game. And then I have recordings of my own gameplay to show. Damn! And with that, the gameplay, I'm not good. All right, I will say that right off the bat. I am nothing special at this game. But all right, so this is all I really wanted to do was show these. So, what you got here is your basic layout for the map, right? So I'm on the blue team. Blue team is always on this side, over here. Red team is always that side. Well, if you're on the red side, all your stuff will be blue. You don't have to try to remember that stuff. But you have your three lanes: bottom lane, mid lane, and top lane. Each lane has its own specific like classes that would go into them, and kind of what they would do. So, one thing starting out in the game that I always recommend is research champions that you think look cool that you would want to try. And the reason why, let's say I wanted to learn how to play Ornn. I mean, I can take a champion and go anywhere with it and try to figure something out. But if you get put as an ADC and you're trying to play Ornn, you're not going to have a good time. They do kind of have a way that helps with that, where you can sort them by roles. That kind of helps break it down a little bit more. Because... Wait, he's a mage? Okay, never mind. That doesn't help at all. That thing's just done. Most popular position. There you go. That'd be the way to look at it. So I'll tell you, kind of where you're looking to play the character. If you're getting ADC, you're gonna want to play one of these ADCs. You're not gonna want to play, Ivern as an AD carry. It's not gonna work. I mean, you may be able to figure it out, but it's probably not gonna work. So researching. Then this game has a great, huge amount of things. ADC stands for attack damage carry. So the roles, as per which lanes they go in. Here, I'll just pull this up. Let's go forward. So when you're in champion select, let's see. So there's the banning phase. This isn't a normal or ranked game that you'd have this. You have your banning phase. Everyone will, hover who they want to play. And then you have your different roles that it shows you that you are. So ban champions you don't like to play against. That's the easiest way to do it. I'm hoping that I at least give it a second here, so I can show you one thing. I recorded a couple different games. They're not the best. Okay, so right here at the top of it, when you're in Champion Select, you have those 5 buttons, and then this one doesn't really matter. So I am support. That would be that symbol right there. So if I were to click on that, it would sort it by only support champions. If I was mid lane, I would click on that one, and it would sort it by only mid lane champions. Jungle, bottom, the symbols coincide, and that'll help you, decide which champion to play in the role that you're in. It's a great thing, fantastic. Now each role has its own kind of specific niche for what they're supposed to do. There's 2 different types of 3 different types of supports technically. You can have your tanky supports, which are just kind of supposed to be peel. So when you're in fights, they're going to be providing CC and something big to stand behind so that you can... Okay, so you can get out. There's the poking supports that don't really do a lot other than they have a lot of damage and they're able to hit from a distance. So they'll poke at people, and your goal is to try to get the other person out of the lane before you have to leave the lane. Then there's the healing supports, which are kind of the counter to the poking supports. A lot of the healers have some sort of peel. That's what it would be called, where you can get people off of you and off of everything. Sometimes those coincide in one way or another. Like the champion right there, Senna, she is a poking support as well as a healer. She has a healing ability and a shield. She also has a little bit of CC. She kind of hits briefly into a couple different categories. Mid laners are normally your APC, which stands for Ability Power Carry. Those are primarily mages or assassins. If you have an assassin, there's 2 different types of there's AP and AD assassins, ability power and attack damage. The attack damage assassins, if you're going with one of those, you're going to want to put ability power somewhere else on your team, because then it requires the enemy team to build against that. There's also burst mages, and then people who are just sustaining in lane. So in this one, that mid laner, that is an assassin. I know this from playing the game for so long. So her assassination, that means we have an ability power assassin. So we have an APC. Alright, so our goal, the whole goal for me in the game right now, looking at what the team would be keeping her alive and helping her get farther ahead. Now the enemy team, that's also an AP assassin. So we know that they're going, high magic damage with one character at least. And that's an AD assassin. So they have 2 assassins on their team already. That's kind of rough. You would want to try to pick someone, generally you pick someone tanky into that to try to counter it. Because if your whole team can't get blown up, then they can't do a whole lot. Let's just skip ahead to the end of Champ Select. So this game was a very weird one. I actually remember it somewhat, because this lady is generally a support, but she went top lane. Anyways, yeah, doesn't matter. I'm just talking now. So that's a tool to help you choose champions. That's what I was going with. Alright, we're going to go back to that. Another thing that I wish I knew. People will tell you to look up builds, and no one tells you how to do it. This website right here is how you do it. Champions on op.gg. And you can sort them by win rate, pick rate. Let's go with win rates. All time. Alright, cool. I'm a top lane. Let's look at the top lane win rate. He's got The highest top lane win rate. All right, there you go. That would be who, you know, if I was interested in, I may want to play him. There's that orange guy I was talking about, you know. Let's just do this. Let's go with Senna, because that's who I was playing in that game. So, looking at Senna support. So, it shows you what summoner spells you should take, you know, based off of how the wins and pick rate, how often they're picked, how often they win. So that one has the highest win rate and pick rate, so that would be the one you'd want to go with. Order you should put points into your abilities, because that's always a, you know, question of which one do I max first, and which items you should start with. And then this is this part right here is very important. These are your runes. If you don't have the right runes, it makes a difference between your champion being able to do something and your champion just kind of pooping the bed. This is actually the rune page I have that's set up for that. If you notice, it matches it like exactly for the top one. So, you know, that would work out a lot better for her. Now, say, go with this, Shaco Jungle. So if you look here, everything about him says to go attack damage. AD, you know, Halo Blades, it's all attack damage stuff. None of that, all those give attack, none of those are ability power. I like to play him with ability power focus. So, let's say I'm going to click on this guy, Extreme Person. Let's see, that one was attack damage. Well, that one was attack damage too, okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, look at that. He played him ability power, and this guy has a lot of games on this character, so obviously he knows what he's doing, and he's diamond, so I mean he's pretty high rank. So you can open it up and you can click on builds, and that shows you what he was running, what he had, and everything. So you can kind of look at it and you can get an idea. Now, top of that, if we go YouTube, we can type in, because this is what I was just talking about, AP Shaco Jungle. Look at that, there's a whole bunch of videos about it. Well, let's see. Okay, Pink Ward. We'll look up this guy. We'll see if this guy's any good. Look at that, I've already typed him in. Fancy. He's Diamond too. He's also pretty high rank. Okay, so maybe his AP Shaco, you know, he might be someone who I'd want to look at then, and, you know, I want to learn how to do it. I'll watch his video and I'll see how he does it. Then I can get a little bit more of a feel for it. So this game has a lot of resources aside from just community members with their videos and stuff like that. Now, speaking of the community, let's fast forward in this a little bit and see if it happens ever. Oh, we'll go here. Alright. Let it load in real quick. I don't want to keep skipping through and scrub too far. Alright. So you got your abilities. More things that I had wished I knew when I first started the game. Go into one real quick. We'll go into a training, practice tool. Doesn't matter which bot we'll do. Silver bot, intermediate, go. So we're set on Glacial, so we'll go Senna. This one isn't Pentakill, but this is still one of the League of Legends songs. Let this load in. Alright, so to level up, you can click on that button, and that'll do it. Alright, now if we just level myself up without moving the mouse, you know, hands up here that's on the mouse, on your keyboard, if you hit Control and whichever button it is, that'll level it up. You don't actually have to click on it. Now, this champion doesn't work for the other part that I would actually want to show. It's the keyboard commands, though. They are massively helpful. In a way that, you know, I really wish But I'm not in a game. Okay, I broke League of Legends. Anyways, if you have an ability that targets someone, either yourself or another person, you can hold down Alt and hit the ability, and it self targets it to you automatically. But no, for things that I wish I had known, that's about it. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot planned for this. It wasn't supposed to be a very long thing. I thought it would be longer than what it has been. More or less, the community in League of Legends is very well known for being toxic. I will say that it is still a very toxic community. It never gets better. Now, if you can spend a lot of time in the practice tool or bots, I would recommend doing bots just because they at least hit back a little bit more, and you have to practice with other people being there. But when you get to it, I don't recommend doing blind pick at all. The reason why is blind pick, it's always people fighting over roles, because it's basically if you loaded in before someone else and you called out the role first, it's yours. They can't do anything about it. But if that's all they know how to play, well, then you're not going to hear the end of it. They're going to just complain the entire time. So I don't like blind. I never recommend playing blind. The other thing, draft pick, you get to choose your role. All right. But on top of that, so look at ranked. Ranked is the exact same way. So this will give you the best practice for ranked. Now, I will do a game. I'm going to change my category real quick on my Twitch. Oh wait, I don't know why I did that. I'm going to do this. Oh, why doesn't it let me do things? I really wish my stuff was working. There we go. Fixed it finally. That didn't update my game, did it? Okay. So I'm going jungle. Tell by the role. Click which one I want. I know which champion I want to play. It's because it's who I've been practicing. And I know what to run because I already looked up what he had. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to play a game and try to answer questions and talk about it while I go for this one match. That's how we'll get the rest of the time in here that we were looking for. So if you come up with questions during the game, please go ahead and ask. And I will do my best to answer them. I will warn ahead of time. I cannot always look at chat during games. I'm also going to stop the music for this one. For one specific reason. Is that in actual games, there's audio cues you want to listen for. Now I'm gonna also move my move my camera down here because I want to block the chat. As far as the other part goes, the mini map, I'm not worried about it. I'm not gonna get stream sniped. I'm not a super popular League of Legends streamer, and it's not ranked anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this guy also doesn't have Flash. Flash is a very common summoner spell that almost everyone runs. I don't run it on Shaco because he has an ability that basically does what Flash does. And that's kind of how the pro players for him play him. So I'm trying to get better at not having it. Let's see. I don't really know what else to say on it other than you know, we'll get there when we get there type of stuff for most of the things in the game. And unfortunately, you know, I didn't actually script this out like I was planning on doing. I got kind of distracted throughout the week. And so this is all impromptu. I had just, you know, guaranteed I was going to do one by today. So here I am. So we know what item we want. We want to go for this one. Alright, well, I'm glad you guys can't read the chat. Because it's already weird. I placed that too early. So, one thing I'm still trying to get used to on this guy. These boxes last for, oh. Let's get it up a little bit higher. There we go. The boxes last for 40 seconds, and jungle camp spawn at 1:30. So, see, I set it down a little bit too early. Doing that just so I can still see it after I'm gone. I gotta find out where the guy is. So big thing with this, there's also two different ways to play the game. A free lock, where I choose to bring it back to my character with the spacebar, or you can actually set it to character lock, where it just automatically follows you around. I don't like doing the character locked one. A lot of people do. So it's a personal preference on a lot of things in this game. I just saw him over there on the mini-map. Big thing is I gotta try to make sure I don't die to any of these things. But more or less what I'm doing is I'm making it to where he's going to have one less buff than I do. So I'm starting out with all three of my buffs, and I'm starting out with both of my buffs and his, whereas he's gonna just start out with one of his buffs. I do that because this champion is one that doesn't really need help starting out. I've got a lot of stuff I can do without people. Let's see if I can do something. That didn't really do anything. More or less just annoyed them. Oh, they didn't need me. They got it. I was going back in for the assist. So that kind of sucks a little bit that didn't get that though, because I need to get, because of the runes I'm running. I need to get things. Yeah, I need to get kills and assists because I need Dark Harvest tags. So I need people below half health so I can hit them and get stats and get a little bit stronger. Like that guy. See that red thing on him? At that, right there. See, that's easy. That's it. That's what I'm going for. I should go back because of how much gold I have, but right now I'm trying to save up as much as possible. As long as I have enough for those two things, the blue crystal and the other thing, I'm fine for what I'm going for. But I want to try to save up enough that I can get a couple of things. I want this because I don't want it to be taken from me. I also want to be able to get it, make it. Oh no. Once I come back. I recommend never opening your shop while you're still in the process of backing. Uh, Pike went all the way up top. Well, that was almost bad. That would have been rough. I don't know why that person's pinging all this random stuff. Oops. What the hell? Oops. I'm bad. I'm not good at this game, though. I tried to kill the pink. What up, Punish? So, yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna make it up there to help him. Oh, yes, I am. Well, it kind of turned out not. I don't know. I didn't plan it ahead well enough to fully podcast. So it kind of just turned into me talking about League of Legends for 15 minutes, and now I'm playing a game to answer questions about it. But no one asked any questions. So I'm trying to explain things while I'm going. I'm doing amazing. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing. I'm doing awful actually. I'm doing not good. My team is also doing not good, which kind of sucks. The idea behind League of Legends is to make you hate other people more than you hate yourself. It's not actually supposed to be the idea behind it. The idea behind it is that we're supposed to destroy their nexus before they destroy our nexus. There's also neutral camps along the map that I'm going for. Because I am the jungler. This is my job. Um... Uh-huh. What do the camps do? Each one of them does different things. Basically, they're all just gold. But two specific ones, this one and the one on the other side, the one right there or right there, these are buff camps. So this one will give me, my auto attacks will do more damage, I'll heal more. I almost just died. I almost died. I'm not gonna be able to finish my item. Where's Horizon Focus? Can't finish my item, but you know what? I'll buy a bunch of parts of it. There's different types of champions, yes. Yes, and the champion types are dictated by kind of what roles they are. So the one I'm playing is considered an assassin. I don't play him as an assassin. He's also normally attack damage, and I build him ability power just because those little jack-in-the-boxes I set, while building ability power, do a lot more damage. And that's the way I like to do it, is I want them to do more damage. She's dead. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. No, there are 147 champions. Yeah, there's not... It is not an easy game to learn. But if you have the time to you know, sit down and try to learn it, it is really cool when you start doing well. Like, I'm not doing bad. Compared to how I was, you know, 3 days ago playing this champion, I am immensely better. And I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll be even better still. You know, it's just, you gotta learn slowly. There's a lot of resources. I can't pull them up right now. I will go back and pull them up again in a little bit. But with them, there's a lot of different tools that you have at your disposal with this game to kind of learn what you're doing. That didn't work. I wasn't even attacking the champion. I was sitting in the camps the whole time. Yes, this is a very competitive game. That's why I have where my camera is. It is covering the chat. Because otherwise, there is a high probability I would get Twitch banned from what people say in the chat. It is a competitive game and a very toxic community game. Oh, you suck so much, Akali. She stole that. She stole my kill. I hate people. Yes, it's free. Yes. Up until last year, this was actually the only game that this company had made. As of now, they have a couple other games that we can also talk about a little bit, you know? Try to save that guy's life. I hate that they can see me through that. Oh, there's no turret there. Whoops. The company has Valorant and their Legends of Runeterra card game, which is basically Hearthstone. Um, they also have Wild Rift, so they have this game on mobile now, and they are supposed to be working on another one that's supposed to be, excuse me, a MMO, but I don't know where that one is right now. I don't know what they've done on that one. Luckily though, the rest of my team is kind of just pooping on them right now, so me doing somewhat bad isn't the worst. Quadra kill. This is a game that I'm not, like I said, I'm not the best at it, but I'm always willing to try to teach people how to play it. Valorant is basically CS:GO for what you're supposed to do with Overwatch abilities. Oh, so close. I got one. You're fine. What are negatives? Negatives and positives about the game. So I would say the biggest negative is how competitive the community is. Causes people to be very toxic. It is a very toxic community. It is saltier than the Dead Sea. You know, that's what I think. That's my big negative. The positive is, when you start learning the game and once you start, figuring out how to do things, you feel really good when you've learned how to play a character and you start doing really well with them. Like, I'm still learning this guy. That's why I'm playing him, is I'm trying to get better. So, I'm kind of learning him as I go. There's a lot of stuff I could do better with him that I already know I could do better with him. There's a lot of stuff that I could be doing worse with that I'm, have improved on within the last couple of days. Really cool feature this game has, there's a practice tool. You can take any champion you own into the practice tool, and you can spawn in training dummies to practice stuff. You can spawn in basically anything that you want. You can spawn the dragons to try different, dragon combinations. You can give yourself a bunch of gold, and you can buy all the items that you would need just to see what different builds would do. So theory crafting in this game is very easy to do because they literally have a tool to do it. But yeah, just kind of, well, I would not recommend it for everyone. If you are sensitive about people, yelling at you, definitely don't play it. Um, oh, lame. Um, if you have friends that play it and you want to, try it out with them, that's the best way to play it, I would say, is with friends. Um, all in all, I don't think the game's bad. Like I won't ever say the game is bad. It's the fans that suck. There's a huge pro scene for the game too. So if you're looking for a game that you can play and you can watch, professionals and see how they're done. There's the pro scene. There's LCS, LCK, LCL, LPL, LJL, LB, LBL. I think is Brazil. There's Oceania. There are a lot of different options for watching stuff. And each champion has fairly unique stuff. I do mean fairly because some of the champions now have become far lazier. They're just repeats of the same champions with different skins. I do in this champion though because I like throwing boxes at people. That's all you, Akali. I'm not going to steal that from you. I like putting Jack in the boxes and throwing knives. Tank it, my clone. I'm dead. Give you a Jack in the... I mean, yeah, kind of. I took almost all of my health as true damage. True damage is unmitigatable damage. I don't know what the team expects me to do on that one. Let's see, AP. Excuse me. This is the entire item that I wanted to use because this thing looks so neat. I need more ability haste though. That's what I need. I know what I need to do. I need to build another ability haste item because this one doesn't give any. But that one applies a 1.2% max health damage burn. Woo! Wow, Kali. I hate you so much. That lady's a dick. Screw all of you, team. She's gonna die. Oh man. So the last 2 games I played though, my team has got all 4 of those, which is funny. I mean, it doesn't matter all that much anymore because they changed the way the Elder Drake works, but that used to basically mean that the enemy team couldn't do anything ever. Because as soon as the Elder Dragon was slain, it doubled the buff on all of these. Dang it. And then, yeah, you just gotta kind of learn characters, what they do, how to play them, stuff like that. And now you get to where I'm at in the game, where I've been playing it for years and I still don't know anything. This game has gone on a lot further than any of the other ones I've been in, really, though. Alright. Alright, now it's time to link my Twitch in there so that they all know I stream that. Because, you know, that's what toxic people do. Cover the chat up. Alright, so, back to what I was saying before, though, Punish, because you were asking a lot of questions that I couldn't answer while I was in-game. Resources. So we're just going to recap, because it's basically the end of it anyways. This is where you would go to look up character builds. So, like, specifically, Shaco. That's who I was just playing. If you notice, that's nothing like what I built. So we'd open up, you know, this guy is who I'm following. Extreme Person. He plays AP Shaco. He's building differently, though, now, actually. 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago, he had a game, and he actually built the way I was building beforehand. So maybe I'll change up and try that again. But I want to follow his stuff, so I just click on this button, and then it gives me his rune page. See? There you go. That's that. YouTube. I want to play AP Shaco Jungle. AP Shaco Jungle. There you go. Bunch of videos. I was actually following Pink Ward stuff, not Extreme Person. Practice tool in the League of Legends thing. Training. Practice tool. You choose an enemy, put whatever bot you want in there, make it easy, make it hard. Go in there, you can test out the build and see how they would work. In Champ Select, I'll just go into Champ Select. This will tell you kind of what roles the people should play in so that you know where you're trying to choose them for. You can edit your rune pages outside of games. Right here. Runes. Don't have to do them in game. Super easy. Other than that, though, does anyone have any questions? Any other questions? Any final questions before we end? Oh, that's the other thing I was talking about. LCS. Right there. That's pro players going right now. If you look League of Legends up on Twitch, there's a lot of people streaming it almost all the time. Are you enjoying the stream? Oh, I enjoy all of my streams, Smellsock. But do you have any questions regarding League of Legends? That was the main point of the question. Of my question.